All right, family. So we're making this video just to go over the banner. Should you summon? So we got a little bit of interesting stuff happening with female Meliodas that really kind of makes me question whether or not this banner is really worth summoning on. It's hard for me to really go, yeah, you shouldn't summon on a banner, but yeah, I'm not too sure, but I do know now as well. In my video Wednesday, I made a comment that they weren't going to be featured on a lot of banners, but someone had actually corrected me saying that it just means that they're not going to be added to like this banner or, you know, banners with specific races on it. So I think that these guys actually will be floating in rotation here and there. So that's good. Now, should you summon on the banner? Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I'm gonna be honest with you right now. My real answer is yes, you should summon on the banner because of the fact that we don't know when these characters will be back, and they are going to help out whatever teams that they're on, because they're still very, very strong. Regardless of what's going on with female Meliodas, they're still very, very, very good. Now, the issue lies in the duplication of these characters. So what is happening with these characters? Well, let me tell you, female Meliodas, unfortunately, her passive is not what it seems. Initially, we thought that she was going to have another taunt for free, where she is actually able to taunt another time if she uses 2 or more skills. Unfortunately, it does seem like the information that we got through Netmarble correcting themselves and kind of fixing. I don't know if it's necessarily, I guess it is a nerf, but technically they're just correcting what the character does. It's weird. I don't understand how they did that and let it slip through the cracks, but they did. But yeah, either way, these two do unfortunately need dupes to be used at their max potential. I'm gonna start saying that from now on, guys, because I feel like every time I say to be useful or to be used, it comes out wrong. They can still be used and utilized at 1 out of 6. However, to see them at their full potential and get the most out of the character, unfortunately, you're going to need at the very least 2 out of 6 for both of these units. For female Bond specifically, the absolute most dupes that you need, right? Excuse me. You need 4 dupes on female Bond for it to be like, for her absolute maxed out passive skill and absolute effects on her ultimates and everything like that. You need her 4 out of 6. So it is very, very dupe heavy, and that is a problem in itself. But the banner, it's not bad. The banner, I don't think is actually bad. I think it's pretty, you know, decent-ish. They do have Gojo Bond. They have Guardian King here, the springtime one. They do have this Berserk Melee, who is very, still, like, you can utilize him. I don't know if he's very good, but he is still good to the point where you can use him if you want to just play around or something like that. Or maybe you don't have Nemesis Melee because you just started or something, I don't know, but he is still good for the demon team. You can still run him. And then you have this Snow Queen Elizabeth. Not very sure how good she is though, so I'm gonna have to really like ask around, because I haven't used her obviously because I just started up again. But yeah, it does seem like she can at least, you know, be used on the team. And then you have a couple of characters that, you know, maybe don't get floated in rotation often or aren't very popular in banners or something like that, right? It's not the best banner in the world, but it's a solid banner. It's a solid banner. Really though, you want to focus on getting the dupes for these two. And then we have the mileage. So I don't like this either that Netmarble's doing. I don't understand really the business idea behind this too. So it seems like instead of just giving out tickets, right? Instead of just giving out the tickets, you have to summon on the banner, and then you have to use actual diamonds to get the tickets. I don't even call them free summons anymore. I just call them freebies. they're not free. They're just like freebies that you get from summoning. It's kind of dumb. Like, it's kind of a dumb idea, but at the same time, if you look at it through a lens, like, I guess with 20 tickets, because they give you 20 tickets, right? It goes from a 600 banner to a, what is it, 560? Is it 560 or 530 banner? I'm telling you, I'm terrible at math, so I'm horrible at it. But let me see. So 540, yes. 540 banner. So instead of 600 gems, you will need 540 on the first rotation. So if you look at it like that, I mean, it is saving you what, 60 gems? So it's like, I don't know. It's stupid. Either way, it's stupid because you can just give these tickets for free. Like, you can literally just give them for free. I don't understand the business model, but hey, it's, you know, it is what it is. So then you can go ahead and pick either or. Now on the second rotation, I don't think you get the ticket. Like, the tickets are only on the first rotation, I believe. And then for the second rotation, you will actually be able to pick on 600. You'll actually be able to pick multiple characters. If you don't have dupes in these characters and you end up getting them, these two are, you should just pick these two. I know that, you know, the UR Demon King, King and Deanne, Tristan, Escanor, and Merlin. I know that this looks really enticing and it's like, ooh, pretty shiny, kind of like that. I'm telling you, you need dupes in these characters. Like, just pick these characters if you don't have them duped. If you have them at the dupe level you want, you know, then it's fair game as to who you should pick on here. So once you have dupes for this, and then you kind of just go with your best judgment here. If I had to just put it out in a vacuum and say who I would pick, personally, I would probably pick Escanor and Merlin if I don't have them. And then, yeah, the second one would be, if you have Escanor and Merlin, I probably would go with Gojo Ban, just because he's a very good support, very good option on the 7 Deadly Sins team, and you can also use him alongside of female Ban. And then the third would be probably King and Deanne. Maybe Guardian King. These two are kind of interchangeable for sure. And then Tristan and Demon King, unless you're really running a demon setup, I wouldn't even worry about them. But if you're planning on running a demon setup, then, you know, Demon King and then Tristan. But yeah, just a very, and then these two I wouldn't pick, but just a very interesting kind of banner format that they have going on here. I don't think we've ever, I don't know for sure, but I think this is the first time they did this. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, but that they did this second rotation where you get multiple characters at the 600. I could be wrong, but hey, I just started playing. So what do you expect? But anyway, this will be probably a, you should summon. This is probably one of the more like iffy you should summon on, because again, you need dupes of the characters. But again, if you just don't care about them, then don't summon, right? But if you're just like, should I get them? They could be a really good option. I think so. Besides, again, we don't know when these guys are coming back. So I would summon on this banner. At least if you don't care about the dupes and you just like collection, just get them, right? Just get them, because you don't know when they're coming back. Would it be smart to save for the next pair of cross if characters? Potentially. I don't know how relevant these guys will stay. They do seem like they're gonna be very good for you know, at least a little bit until the meta shakes up again, but we'll see. But this will be your boy Dev signing out. I love you all. Have a beautiful and blessed rest of your night.